Welcome to another Anime Kingdom manga review. See by the title below, yes, is on chapter 226 of Shokugeki no Soma, and yes, I know, I'm sorry that this is over a week late. I actually expected myself to have to do a double chapter review, because of course, you know, last week's chapter I missed, so I still want to, of course, give you guys my opinions and thoughts on everything, especially considering how the next chapter is going to be, which, I mean, the end of this chapter, holy shit, I did not expect that, you know? But I actually expected there to be a new chapter this week. I actually still do not know why there wasn't. If you do know, feel free to comment below, as I haven't really checked it out yet. But it would be pretty cool to know why, of course, there was no chapter this week. But, of course, when I found that out, I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just make a regular review on last week's chapter, and then of course next week we'll continue on with the next chapter. So it's not really late, I guess. I mean, it's been quite a while since the last chapter was out, but no new chapter has been out yet, so it's not really considered late, I guess, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's talk about how I felt about chapter 226, because holy shit, this chapter, the pacing went everything went super fast paced. I guess you don't really have to say it's fast paced, but I was not expecting, you know, the ending of this chapter to go down the way it did. I expected, obviously, you know, that this would be the final part of, you know, the focus on Mimasaka and Saito. But I expected it to be, maybe since they finished their stuff and everything, all their focus on how they make their stuff, it would go and transition to being theirs being judged first, and then so on and so on and so on. In actuality, the way this is actually being done is that it looks like the judges will be judging literally all three dishes at the same time. Now that's just plain crazy, honestly, because literally everything's gonna be mixing together, all the tastes and, you know, the different types of dishes that they are, and you know, they each have a different focus on everything, and that may of course clash with something else that the other person is making. And that is why I saw a lot of people in the forums and everything predicting that Central would end up winning, for the, you know, the fact that, sure, you know, the rebel side, their dishes may end up being really tasty and really good, but since they are, of course, the judges are, of course, eating all of them together at the same time, they won't, you know, there won't be a good cohesion with the rebels dishes, since they're kind of, you know, you have the sushi and everything first, then you have this certain different type of ramen, and then, of course, another kind of big meal with what Kuga has as well. And that is, of course, different in comparison to how Central's dishes are, where it's the sushi, which is kind of like an, you know, an appetizer, a beginning snack, and then you have the main course, the main dish, which is, of course, Rindo's, and then after you have, of course, Tsukasa's ice cream, his sherbet dish that he ended up making with the tea leaves and everything. And you could just see that that's literally like a huge, you know, just they obviously work really well together. You go to a restaurant and have all those things, you know, the appetizer first, the main entree, and then end it with a dessert. That's why I feel that, and you know, why a lot of people in the forums have been saying that's probably how Central is going to end up winning. Before, I kind of thought that it would be maybe, you know, Mimasaka would have a chance, and he would be the only one, you know, in my opinion, that would end up winning. You know, Megashima was really good. Kuga did an amazing job, especially with the teamwork and everything. And that's another thing. It's like a teamwork in a different way. Sure, they Central didn't, of course, help each other out, but in the end, they ended up making dishes to complement each other. I'm not too sure if this was their plan all along, because obviously right when Saito finished and everything, boom, Rindo was like, I'm done, I want to put mine up as well, and then boom, Tsukasa was there up as well. So it actually may have been their plan all along. So that's honestly just crazy if that really is what their plan was. But like I said before, I didn't expect Kuga to beat Tsukasa, and I didn't expect Megashima to beat Rindo. And now, though, if it does end up being the way, you know, everyone in the forums and how I think it's going to be, it may be a just complete blowout, a complete sweep. It actually may be that Central will 3-0 the Rebels and will come to a full-blown tie, and then the next rounds are probably just going to be super crazy, honestly. But I kind of like it in the way they done this. I thought at first it would be better to kind of judge each dish, you know, each matchup individually, but this just, you know, adds a whole different type of feeling to the entire next chapters and everything. Plus, they're not going to be dragging things on. You know, in the last matchup and everything, they didn't really show Megashima's, so it was kind of only focusing on 2 matches and, you know, the judging and everything for them. So instead, it looks like instead of just 2 matches, it's only going to be pretty much just 1. They're all combined in 1. So honestly, I think it's pretty awesome to see. It's a different type of judging than we've ever seen, you know, before and everything. And honestly, I'm just pretty hyped to see how all of it works together. Sure, Mimasaka and Kuga did a great job at doing their teamwork together on making Kuga's dish, but in the end their teamwork only helped kind of combine and make one dish amazing. While if this is true and the whole Tsukasa, Rindo and Saito thing, their plan was all along to bring their dishes together, that is of course just a whole nother level, and I'm literally gonna be like, holy shit, that is crazy. If that doesn't happen, then I guess I was wrong. I guess a lot of people in the forums were wrong and we're all stupid, I guess. But I don't know, everything points to that direction, and if it does happen, honestly, that it's going to be pretty damn crazy. I'm pretty sure the Rebels will not expect, and they'll just literally be amazed, like, holy shit, I can't believe that happened, But yeah, other than that, there was of course a little bit, obviously, the whole thing with Saito's dish, in the fact that him going against, this of course, like I said before, was going to conclude the battle between Saito and of course Mimasaka. Mimasaka's of course got that one, different sushi that's, he's banking on being able to go over the top of Saito's, obviously, his normal, pretty much copy every single thing but change something at the end. Of course, that is what it is. It comes down all to one piece of sushi. So we'll be able to see, will that piece of sushi be able to change things up, or will, of course, like I said before, the whole thing where since they're judging all of them at the same time, that will affect them, and of course Central will win. It's either Central will win complete 3-0, or somehow Mimasaka ends up winning one over the ones, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to go the other way. But overall, yeah, it's all I really got to say. We got some Foodgasm in this episode as well with Uraha. We've never seen her have a Foodgasm before, so that was nice. Her saying that she can no longer be a wife anymore, that was interesting. It's pretty funny to see her getting all mad because obviously she really wants to root for Central, but she cannot believe how amazing that tasted, especially from someone like Mimasaka. So yeah, that was pretty damn funny to see that part as well. But yeah, overall, pretty damn awesome chapter. Definitely has me super excited to see how these next chapters will go, considering, like I said, it all comes down to this: how will this second round go? Will it be a complete 3-0 sweep, or will one person, at least on the Rebel side, be able to win, or maybe more? Maybe I'm completely wrong and two of them end up winning. But like I said before, I can't see Rindo losing, and I can't see Tsukasa losing. And from how this last chapter went, I'm actually expected to be a complete 3-0. So yeah, that's all I really got to say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom manga review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything missing you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, to a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And I also want to hear your guys' thoughts. How did you feel about this chapter? Good, bad? Feel free to comment below whatever your thoughts are, your predictions, anything of the sorts. It's always awesome to hear your guys' thoughts as well. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, see ya.